snatch. So he could be a dark horse in this event too.
Event number 1 for the male competition, off and running, heat number 4. We've got some games athletes in this heat and some guys who want to get there as well.
Rob Forte looking really comfortable with that 185-pound bar.
I know Rob and Brandon normally have a good relationship. I wonder if he sat there and watched any of Brandon's lifts and the split times just to see what he was going to do, or he just play his own game.
I think given that Snatch isn't Rob's favourite event, he won't be thinking too much about what other people are doing. He's such a composed competitor. He just plays his own game. I wouldn't expect him to win this heat or win this event, but he will place in the top 10.
Khan Porter just left the screen, black shirt, moving his barbell forward. He did say a few weeks ago that if he gets to the last bar fast enough, he might do a little bit of a dance to get there. So
he loves a snatch dance.
A little bit of a dance to the snatch bar when he gets there. Social media loved it.
So as expected, none of these guys are having any trouble finishing the first 10 reps within a 2-minute cap, and most of them have moved on to the second weight, which is 205 pounds.
The number 1 qualifier from last year in the Pacific region.
I spoke to Khan about this, and he said he wasn't going to go out too fast. He was going to try and stay calm and not race too much, because there's no benefit in going fast at the start. If you burn yourself up, if you start to get too gassed, that's going to destroy you for the heavy lifts at the end.
You'll definitely burn out at the end, but as he said a few weeks ago, you can always speed up if you need to.
Maybe he can. I can't.
Us mere mortals can't. So Khan's got 3 reps at the 205 bar remaining. Rob Forte just getting a no rep from his judge.
Khan just losing his balance a little there. Speaking to him, he also said this is the best he's felt coming into the regionals, and he loves this arena. He loves the Aussie fans, the Aussie crowds. He's looking to have a really good time this weekend. And he's taking 12 months off after this season, so he wants to finish on a bang and finish at the games.
Khan Potter now, bottom of screen. Black shirt and the yellow shoes. Just moving on to the 225 or the 102 kilo bar.
And Eric Carmody is on the left of screen with the colourful shorts as well. Our competitor from the Asia region. He finished incredibly well. He would have finished 6th in the Australia region, so he's definitely one to watch.
As you mentioned before, there he is on screen at the moment, Eric Carmody. Don't really recognise him without the purple hair.
He's originally from Alabama in the US. He now lives in South Korea. He's a trainer at Reebok CrossFit Sentinel.
A number of athletes now starting to move on. James Newbury, Luke Fiso, as you mentioned before, in the blue shirt there in the centre of the screen. He was the first one there. Eric Carmody rolling his bar forward and changing the plates.
And Luke in the blue shirt, as he said, he looks pretty comfortable so far. He's got good speed under the bar. He's got a good turnover. Remembering our time to beat set by Brandon Swan at 7:36 in Heat 2.
So Brandon Swan finished the 225 bar repetitions in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. I'm not sure if any of these guys are going to be able to do it. Khan's only got 1 to go. Great shot there of some great finishes in the Open this year. James Newbury at the front of screen. And Khan Porter, last one to go. He'll move on to the 245-pound bar. Rob Forte just behind him, chalking up.
And Luke Fisso just missing a rep behind. That could be a little bit costly for him.
Rob Forte stepping to the bar now. Level pegging with Khan Porter. I know Rob wants to get that #1 ranking back.
He looks good. He looks to me like he's been working on his Olympic weightlifting. Looking really comfortable in that receiving position. He's not even puffing, unlike some of the other guys.
Just in the background there, you saw Kyle Frankenfeld miss a lift.
Yeah, well, I know Kyle has a few problems with his shoulder, and the snatch kind of flares it up a little bit. So, as I said, he's not expecting to do well in this. Just to hang in there.
2 reps for Khan Porter. You can see the judge's hand in the air. 2 reps for Rob Forte. Just out of shot to the right of screen is James Newbury. He's now moved on to the 245 bar as well.
I think Brandon Swan's time is going to be safe, as is Mitch Cinnamon. So it'll be a fight for a 3rd or 4th place finish here.
Rob Forte gets it first.
Really impressive from Rob.
Number of athletes now getting time capped. They're making their way back. James Newbury now at front of screen, red shorts and black shirt.
This is James Newbury's 5th appearance at the regionals. His closest finish was 4th.
He was so close, yeah, in 2014.
2014.
He was so close in getting there. Back when we had top 3 qualifiers, we've now gone to top 5.
James also runs a really busy affiliate down in Adelaide, so he has a lot on his plate.
Carlos Albaladejo on screen at the moment.
Carlos has actually competed at 3 different regionals, the Atlantic, the Meridian, and now the Pacific.
Been a busy boy,
What a
traveling the world. So he's over CrossFit Marvel in Korea. James Newbury, 1 rep to go.
Rob.
Rob Forte's got 1 to go at the 265 pound, as does Khan Porter. Does Khan rush this rep now and get the sneak on? Carlos, top of the screen, just moving his barbell to the 265 pound. Khan wanting the crowd to go, give him a bit of a boost. He wants to get the jump on Rob. And he's got it.
He's one of these guys who he just feeds off the crowd, doesn't he? He loves it.
Rob Forte. Missed the consistency again. Great race from those 2. 2 athletes to go.